Hello and welcome, Gemini. Today is going to be a zodiac specific reading, as you can tell from the title. So right now I have a stack of cards from many different decks. What I've done is I took some blank note cards earlier this morning and I placed each one of 12 note cards with one of the glyphs from the symbols from each of the zodiac signs, and I took them without looking at them blindly, meditated with these energies, wrote down some impressions and channeled messages. I'll share those and try not to get too deep into my interpretations. Just let you sit with those and digest those on your own terms. And then we'll get into your reading. We have for you, Gemini, today, we have first the channeled message, then a Tao Te Ching, some Art of War advice, some cards from the Archetype deck, some more Oracle cards from the mixed Shamanic deck, and then some tarot, and we will be finishing with a Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. So let's get to it. Gemini, we started out with trinkets, talismans, medallion, horcrux, ancestral resonance, timeline crisscross energy, confusion, and sorting through. I know that's a little vague. Something about the projected energy or the energy we're born into or raised or nurtured within, showing up and displacing, getting confused and enmeshed, entangled with our own energy, needing to work that out. Projected energy, perhaps of scapegoat energy. So the need to purge this not you energy and the need to polish our essence. But I saw Polish, something about genetic heritage. That doesn't have to be your heritage. Discovering stories about our heritage could be something coming through for us. Embodied objectives, working through our hands and through our hearts. So we are the embodiment of the genetic or the nurtured work that needs to be processed. Setting the record straight, shielding, deflecting, so standing in your own energy. Items that hold memories in order to access the Akash, color energy. And then flowers kept coming through, but I almost didn't want to write it, but it just kept repeating and repeating. So I don't know what flowers. Maybe they'll be in the cards, because I also, once I had these, I laid out all of the cards and again blindly started just putting cards on all of those zodiac cards. So I have no idea. I have not peeked at the energy contained here. Potions and elixirs, philosopher's stone, sorcerer's apprentice, parent-child, alchemy, biochemistry lines, connecting at a distance, whether through calls, technology, or telepathy, quantum activation, breaking through old restrictions, new codes of conduct, new rules of engagement. So the new codes are potentially codes coming in for download for you. I'll give you a peek at that if you want to screenshot, if you can read the scratch and get any type of messages for yourself in your own time. Moving into the cards, 21. So the Master keeps her mind always at one with the Tao. That is what gives her her radiance. The Tao is ungraspable. How can her mind be at one with it? Because she doesn't cling to ideas. The Tao is dark and unfathomable. How can it make her radiant? Because she lets it. Since before time and space were, the Tao is. It is beyond is and is not. How do I know this is true? I look inside myself and see. That's interesting with the messages from the card about some type of ancestry, whether we're um, birthed genetically or nurtured into it. The nature nurture seems to be coming out for you. But so these elements and these struggles are so primal to the human dimension that they play out in multiplicity in all of our lives to some degree or not. And they could be within our own energy or within those that we take in. We don't need to embody the energy that we witness in order for it to have a seed within us. It's like the yin yang with the little seed of the opposition within. So, yeah, it's kind of talking about the divine flow of energy through ourselves, expressed through us, and the difference between predisposition and pre programming, and then the expression of our genetics and what we create the environment for. One thing would flourish in a healthy environment. Another aspect would flourish, unfortunately, with the toxic environment. So, something about sickness and health and recovery and healing here as well. So, the art of war, Sun Tzu said, regard your soldiers as your children, and they will follow you into the deepest valleys. So, showing them the respect, the protection, doing for the good of the all, the tribe. And then these people will witness the integrity and the connection, and they will understand that they would not, they will trust your judgment being for the good of all, and they will follow you to the depths. Treat others as you want them to treat you. Ah, the golden rule. The way you treat people will dictate how you are treated, although some will always be mean, while others will always be kind. If you treat people with patience, kindness, and understanding, you will live a happier life. And if you are loyal and caring, your friends will be loyal and caring to you. So that's interesting, the golden rule. So perhaps that scapegoat was showing you how the depths of people and perhaps their misguided or brokenness, or however you wish to define that. And your life, I'm seeing, has been lived as a prayer for the highest good, and you are able to meditate upon these talisman, these material, or even the like the like my nose is distinct of one of my parents. My complexion is distinct of one of my grandparents. Stuff like that can be our physical embodiment, or my physical physique is evident of my choices and not the genetic line. So, in your own life, you can look for not only possessions, but energies that you are possessed of, and things that you have developed and co-created, and ways of being. And are you known for somebody who's always mean or always nice, or somebody who's always authentic, and somebody who's emotional or transparent or obscure or obtuse? There are all these elements of human in the human dimension, and they do tell a lot about our origin story, but they tell so much more about our own embodiment and alignment process. And they say a lot about our journey and the choices to overcome and to show up and to show out and to be radiant. Yes, radiant. To radiate with the essence of self and with those things that are you, not the not you energy. This is reminding me of I Ching, um, the human design, the not you, the element of human. These are taglines from that. So this may be something that you would gain a lot of insight out of. So next comes the prayer, which was where I was like, your life has been lived as a prayer. And with being the sign of Gemini, you've had a lot to learn, a lot of information has come through you because you are the seeker, you are the researcher, and the loquacious, pertinent child of the zodiac, if you will. It's the sign of siblings. So something with your siblings may be coming forward with treatment or mistreatment or different choices, and having the same genetics but different outcomes. And that can definitely have some bearing on then the dynamics and the way that you either do or don't get along, because this can create a lot of competition when people come from the same place and have different outcomes. The animal is next, and I'm seeing fox energy, but it has this blue eye that's almost human. Fox, wolf, peering through the forest undergrowth. It's an interesting depiction. So the prayer in the animal is like instincts. We already talked about instinct and prayer and how we could, like, have you ever heard the saying, what were you raised by wolves? Or something like that, where, yeah, maybe we were, maybe everybody was of a lower vibration and didn't realize it, or maybe there was a lot of infighting or competition or neglect or something like this that we've witnessed, and we have prayed for our own evolution. And with the prayer and the animal here in the context of what we're talking about, Chiron may be really a good thing for you to look at, where it's transiting in your chart and where it was at the time of your birth, and the house placement and the aspects. Is it prominent? Does it touch off with some other aspects of your chart? Is it something that is connected to some family member? Because we're talking a little bit about family here. And Chiron was the wounded healer. The Centaurs were a body group of very primally indulgent, animalistic, barbaric race. And then Chiron was the philosopher. He, through his choices, kind of turned his back on all of the party life and stuck to what was true and right for him. He did the research. He created philosophy, which is your oppositional sign of Sagittarius. So Gemini is the child, the questioner, that then reaches, the further reaches are the morals, ethics, codes of conduct, new codes of conduct, rules, and rites of passion, rites of passage, I'm hearing. Interesting. Expectation. Look at those bison, buffalo there, and that dragonfly. It's reminding me of a tie-dye shirt I made where it's like the, I think it's Michelangelo. It's something, is it the something man? And anyways, it's got like this individual in a circle, and it's shown like his arms are around, his legs are around, and then it's showing the hermetic principles of creation and how that golden ratio goes through something about DNA with that, but evolution, expectation. It's like you expect good things to happen. You expect the best in others. You speak to the highest in others. Radiant because you let it. You know, the information that comes through you, it's like even when things turn or situations are good or bad, it's like the fleeting nature of those things. It's just something to witness and then release here. And it shows that your expectation is for the attainment of knowledge and wisdom and experience, experiential journey here. and it looks like you are really shining brightly. You have a lot to share in communication as a creative being, somebody who's either, in some type of a creative pastime. I don't know if you sing or if you do yoga or if you create with your hands or work with your hands. Everything that we do, even if we're cooking or building something, is an extension of our chi, our energy, and we're imbuing these items in the maker, creating the trinkets, talismans, medallions, horcrux. We are imbuing those creative things such as um, talismans and jewelry or whatever, or planting seeds, anything, seeds of wisdom in others. We are cultivators and co creators, and your expectation is that those seeds will be nurtured and that growth and attainment and elevation will happen through your works and deeds, and you're putting your energy into your creations, and your energy is your legacy. Galactic mushroom, the divine matrix. So it looks like you may have been hiding this talent or gift in some type of a way, or that someone else who has been hiding away has been watching you, and almost like I think that that's it for more of the individuals here. It's like perhaps somebody from your family or your friends or frenemies type of an appearance. Someone isn't as radiant as you, and they're, comparing themselves to you, and how did you get so lucky? How did you come from the same place and move so far? We used to jive and now we're not together, and now you're moving on and I'm back here still. It's like this galactic mushroom here, the divine matrix. It's also reminding me of that Alice in Wonderland. It's like one pill makes you larger, one pill makes you smaller. Go ask Alice. What's that song? But it's like something about, and if you go chasing rabbits, I don't know the rest of the song. You might want to check that one out. It's an oldie but a goodie. So it's like they've picked their own adventures and you've chosen your own. It's like they went and chased rabbits. They might have chased some tail. They might have been taking a lot of mind altering substances, and not for shamanic type of reasons, but for other reasons. And not that any of us haven't fallen prey to a little bit of good food and drink and indulgence in any type of anything, we've all got that. But they've made their own choices and you've made your choices, just like Chiron. And so if this individual has been sitting in the bar for the last 30 years and you've been sitting in prayerful meditation and doing yoga, the evidence will be surrounding your lifestyles, the sense of fulfillment, the bitterness, or the sweetness of the nectar that you are cultivating, cross-pollination, the insights and inspirations you've gathered and shared. And it's like your life is an accumulation, and you can expect good things because you have put good things in. Can you hear that bird? I hope that doesn't detract from your message. Next, we have the root girl, the disowned self. Perhaps this is the origin story, or some type of individuals, perhaps one or two, that are feeling displaced with this glow up energy that you may be having. And of course, this could be yourself too. You may be going through some betrayal energy with other individuals that can't see that it's their own choices that have resulted in their current situation, and maybe feeling like like you're being asked to play small or being treated like a child, being sat in the timeout chair or something. And it's like when we can really get back into our roots and fully own the self and the journey and the beauty of the prayer that our life is and what we've created here, that we've set ourselves up for success, and that if others are trying to gaslight us or fool us into playing small or to chastising our advancements, that it's up to us to really re-own the self and the journey. So next we have the Crow. Isn't that an anti-hero? The Crow, that old movie. It's got a backstory. The Crow, seeking out the shiny things, the messenger. We've certainly got bird messengers going on. We hear you. We're integrating as fast as we can. But there's something new that has caught your eye, or you have caught someone else's eye through this integration process, through the choices and the outcomes, and through your process of re-owning yourself, reawakening to your origin story, maybe even some suppressed or repressed memories or skill sets, and reawakening to the fullness of self. So if you felt fragmented or disowned or disembodied by others, maybe there's some family betrayal, that scapegoat, black sheep energy where the family dynamic persists, and you're not compatible with the toxic energy any longer. It's definitely time for you to own your own journey, and I think that there are going to be a lot of messages and synchronicities and signposts here. Watch the birds perhaps for messages for showing you the way forward. There's a story about the crow that one of my friends shared with me, and it was something about the crow, and was it a peacock, and something about longing to look as beautiful as another or something. And anyways, look that up if you're called to do so. So okay, next we have the Akashic Tarot. So we've got the Light of the World, number 10. So this one came up the other day with the opportunity knocks. There's a gentleman, young guy, and his cat with their hearth fires going, busy at work indoors, and there's this saintly individual with this enlightened aura disc around their head here, smiling, bringing good tidings. So, someone may be visiting you with some happy news, or maybe somebody wants to invite you to join them, or you are expecting a visitor, or something like this. Yes, maybe it's father son type energy, parent child. Take that as you wish, but maybe it's also the family of choice instead of origin being called together, and gathering with other individuals who bring that sense of authentic ownership and honoring the sacred authenticity that you are. And then we have the One of Scrolls. On track. Yes, so the light of the world. So the light of the world, messages are speaking to you in the cozy confines of your own abode and in your own vessel. The messages, the messengers with the crow, the birds, and then with the light of the world about to knock on your door. There's some kind of synchronicity or foreshadowing. If you feel like there's some kind of message, or if you're waiting on news of acceptance or job placement or something like that, there's good news coming. Even if it's not the one that you thought, there's something like, it could even be a redirect, but there's something, glad tidings from an enlightened individual. and the light of the world. It's like this expectation of blessings. If you're feeling something good in the mix, then definitely it is in it's in transit coming to you now. So yeah, the 10 is completion, completing a cycle. And then one of scrolls, on track. I can't read that. Eastbound, northbound, westbound, I think it says. And it looks like it's about 440, 340, 340. And this individual has a scroll in their hand, a briefcase, benches are empty. So, yeah, the scrolls in the briefcase, perhaps this is some type of acceptance or news of travel, news that someone is coming to see you, or that you are invited somewhere to see somebody's space or place, some type of a job or a creative endeavor that you're able to come and display. And yeah, so showing your work, getting recognized, or showing your progress, showing your life and what you've become and how your prayers have manifested, how you've recalibrated and reconnected all of those missing pieces of self. And then we have the shaman, number 5, divine wisdom, spiritual power coming through. Beautiful. This depiction of the high priest being the bird energy. I see this as an eagle. Yeah, flying through the sky, but coming in for the landing here. It's like there's some kind of divine wisdom coming into your awareness that is giving you the power to overcome whatever cycle this was, whatever pain of feeling disowned or unappreciated or misunderstood. And you're able to stand tall in your own energy here. Some other signs are getting a similar message, but you're on track. You have the information well within hand, and you're capable and you're qualified. And so you're standing in your authority and you're bringing forward something that has insights that can heal the community or the world, because you are embodying the light of the world. Yes, expecting good things, the light of the world and the shaman. It's like you're embodying this. If you're working with a spiritual teacher, this teacher might be coming to your home or you to theirs, and there's an activation through connecting with each other too. And then we have beautiful the strength, courage, and endurance with the elephant, the record keeper. Oh, yes, you've got 2 of the earth record keepers here, bison, buffalo, and elephant energies here. There's a lot of earth wisdom working through your energy right now, and you are firm-footed and you're ready to unlock the next leg of the journey. Yeah, on track. You're right on track with your spiritual practice and with the attainment of spiritual wisdom. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. So we have the Ace of Swords. Look at all those little babies bursting from the flames here. It's like the fire dragons are birthed on the coals of fire. And so maybe your origin story has a lot to do with the clarity that you now speak, some anger issues, some ability to alchemize the fire and to create, to hone your tools in the sacred fires, to gather spiritual wisdom and insight, to light the candle, light the flame. The flame again, I don't know if I said this already, but as I laid out the cards, I put the underside, I flipped every deck after I shuffled everybody's cards out. I flipped it upright, and I'm only going to call these out if they come into the reading. So you are calling in the flame, the sacred flame. aligning yourself with the cosmic forces. And so that singular flame is like the sword of truth and wisdom and justice. And then you have another one, the Major Arcana Celtic Dragon deck here, the Magician, which I will say as well. So again, with these cards, the underside of your deck here, the Celtic Dragon deck, has the Ten of Cups, but some people got the Cat People Tarot, which is sitting here with the Magician here. So you don't have cat people in your tarot deck, but that's confirmation, because with tens and ones, aces, the major arcana, this is talking about one energy, restart, new beginnings. So we do have the Ace of Cups in reverse here. I'm going to flip it upright. This is talking about emotional losses and gains, and the ability to empower yourself and to utilize all emotional resonance for the highest alchemy and the highest good. Empower yourself. 29 reduces to master number 11. Tune into your personal power. You are more than able to handle the situation facing you. Allow yourself to be the strong, beautiful person that you are capable of being. And that swordfish, that ace of swords coming through again. It's like your ability to empower yourself through the good, bad, and indifferent is really taking your instincts and your intuition and creating something quite magical with your alchemical process, your evolution, and your high-mindedness and your prayerful life. So that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed, Gemini, and that you were able to get some excellent messages. Please do consider, if you're called, to engage with like, share, subscribes, comment. Let me know how you liked the reading. And until next time, I wish you all the best. It looks like things are really getting good for you. You have the strength and capacity to excel in this next leg of the journey, and you're embodying this light of the world. So take care, and we'll see you next time.